start it.
The center serves approximately 60 plus families and over 100 children right now in all different capacities. We employ over 30 employees from Central City and community and surrounding communities.
I have Harper, who is just turned 2, and she's in the toddler room. And then I have Easton, who is actually 6 weeks old and started just yesterday in the baby room.
Okay.
And the daycare does an awesome job preparing them for kindergarten. They come in, they have already had a routine and structures, and they know how to be respectful and sit quietly, and those are all things that we have to teach, but it just makes our job that much easier so we can jump into the academics. And the kiddos also do a great job with their academics. They know a lot of their letter names, how to write their name, colors, shapes, counting, all of those things. They do wonderful.
Harper, what color is this, Harper?
Blue.
Blue. This is blue. Can you say blue?
Blue.
We serve children 6 weeks all the way up to 13 years. We offer all-day childcare for those younger kiddos. In that all-day childcare, we have a preschool program, and just incorporated into their regular day.
I think one of the best things about coming to Central City, I can't believe how much less it is. When you compare Omaha, that same development center would be probably 4 times as much, I would say. I mean, I love that we offer something that it's affordable for not just that professional in the community, but anybody can let their kids go there. It's priced reasonably, and like I said, for what you get, the level of service that your children and you get as a family, it just exceeds everything that you could ever imagine. And I feel so blessed in Central City that we have a development center that exceeds anything to me that you would even find in a larger community. So I can't state enough how important it is that we have a development center in a community of our size. We are so fortunate, but also because we want to continue to grow as a community. And when you're trying to recruit that professional to come to your business, you want to be able to take them on a tour so they have a place to take their children.
We came and visited town, and visiting the daycare was what sealed the deal for us, that our community needs the center in order to grow. So we're asking people to come and be a part of the capital campaign with the goal of engaging the community in our needs. You know, we have $500,000 to raise. We're already $100,000 of the way there with a match of $50,000 available. We're looking for people who are committed to helping our community grow, and I think the center is a key part of that.
The Merrick Foundation has very graciously donated $100,000, and then they've also pledged to match the next $50,000 we receive. So we've done a couple smaller campaigns and raised approximately $10,000 of that match money right now, and so we're looking forward to getting the rest of it. The goal of the capital campaign is for the center to become debt-free. That way, it puts us in a position that if the opportunity arises in the future for us to expand, we will be ready.
I'd tell them to get on the wait list as fast as they can, because I know that was a big thing we had to get on right away. But I would tell them to get on that wait list.
Just that it was a really good opportunity for us to get in. We were on the wait list for a while I was pregnant, so we were really excited when we found out that we got in.
There's always been a waiting list, probably for the last couple of years here at the center, and we are able to get those kids in like maybe once a year. We're able to get a couple more in.
So when the center was founded, you know, they didn't have as many kids when they started. They started with much fewer kids. They weren't at capacity, and they weren't able to make contributions to the mortgage as they are now. Now they're in the black and they're doing well. But it's time. Our community, after 17 years, has grown quite a bit.
The need for expansion is huge in Central City right now. Our waiting list shows that, and so I think that they need to know that too, that it isn't like a long-term goal, it's a short-term goal. We need to get things moving forward so that we can put ourselves in a position to serve more people in the community.
Is is there one particular thing about the preschool that's been important to you, or?
My kids' personalities have kind of started to shine. They're able to communicate better, and they're exposed to more things than what they were at an in-home daycare. So their social skills are greatly improved. I think they love everything. The summertime is fun with all the extra activities. My oldest loves the field trips that they get to go on, and then all the special guests that they bring in throughout the year is fun for them too.
I think what was most important for us then is, the reliability. Like, there's always going to be somebody here. I feel like everyone here, they genuinely care about our kids then, and I don't ever worry about it being unsafe, and then they just learn so much here then.
We were just kind of struggling to find reliable daycare, and just felt like we had heard such great things about the daycare here that we wanted to try it out, and we absolutely love it here. I think probably the biggest thing is just how much the teachers care about the kids. Even when you see them out in the community, they're always asking about how things are going, weekend plans, things like that. I notice how my kids will run to them, so it really is just a great environment here. They do a lot of learning as well, which I've noticed that it's more than just a daycare. It's really a developmental center. They do developmental quizzes twice a year, so they're really on top of where your child is at, and then they work with them if they are lagging.
Tegan, like about the daycare.
The teachers, first and foremost, they have both enjoyed being dropped off every day.
Yeah.
And which is a huge relief as a mom to be able to have your kids going someplace that they love to go. The older kids get to go to the pool on Thursdays, and my daughter, who's a little bit younger, they get to do their water play day outside, and that's just so important to get them out in the sunshine and running around and being active. It's a good way to start their foundation as children, being physically active.
We have a wonderful staff. We really look for those people that have the passion for changing lives, and so all of our staff do. That is their ultimate goal. They love seeing those kiddos when they first come in to when they head off to kindergarten, how they mold them into little people that will eventually run our community and our world.
I enjoy being around kids a lot. I like walking into work every day, and I truly look forward to seeing the kids, and they all run up and hug me, and I think it's, the rewards of the job being with the kids is my main thing.
I love children, and I love working with them, and I just think that this facility is such a fantastic place for kids to be. It's safe and lots of love and lots of fun toys and fun projects that they get to do, and I just think it's a very well-rounded experience for kids, and I just love to be part of that. But throughout the last year, I was able to see these kids just be excited when I would come into the classroom, and that is just so fun to see. And then it's so hard when it comes to graduation time to say goodbye to them, and it just you're excited for them to go on to the next step, but it is really difficult to let them go. But knowing that they're ready makes it a little bit easier. I think that whenever a child just gives you a huge hug, that just shows that how important it is that you do build those relationships, and that was one of my favorite parts of being our teacher.
I started out as a parent at the center years ago and kind of was on the board for a few years too. And that is a lot of my parent role is a lot of why I'm so passionate about the center. I saw the changes it did for my kids personally when they stepped into those classrooms at the school. They were prepared not only academically but socially. The bonds that they made with other kiddos are going into their teenage years. They have friends that are honestly like family to them that they made here at the center back 10 plus years ago. So those are things that have really made me passionate about this place and what it's doing for our community.
Awesome.
That makes you feel really good that they're getting such good care.
They're nurturing, and it's just a really good, loving place for your kids to be while you have to be at work.
I would totally recommend it. Moms leaving their kids off somewhere for the first time, it can be a difficult experience and kind of scary, but it's just been a wonderful thing to have my kids here. They've just loved it.
I can't say enough great things about it. I mean, my kiddos Easton is still new, but Harper just loves it. She has the best of friends here. She has great social interactions. She just thrives here.
I wonder what you are.